Use the play fake, now to throw. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. And that ball is live in the backfield. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Gets it out quickly. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Firing to the end zone. And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. The DBs will back off a bit. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
To the air, it's Daniels. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, no! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They're working that left side. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's going to pass. Unloads to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Right down the middle. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting a hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play on it.
Throws to the tight end. And that pass is intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Across the 25, he's got room. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
That's the end of the first half with the game time.
The Jayhawks will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Glenn. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Wenke. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Getting some heat. Inside the 10. Touchdown Seminoles. They take the lead with the 6.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Gets away. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback there. He was able to somehow escape the sack and escape the negative play, but nobody opened downfield, and the end results in incompletion.
This time on target. Stumbled to the ground.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Neal. He's off to the races. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida State 14, Kansas 7.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
In the end zone.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. I don't know about this decision. Tie game, 4th quarter, they're lining up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback will audible. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Benson. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion. quick completion to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
He's tackled at his 22.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
All right, 4th and short. You need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to win this game.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in it.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now.
At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? A first down for the offense. To the air, it's Daniels. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. From the gun, running back gets to give. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. They're in position to win it with a field goal. They got to spike it and stop the clock. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Barrels ahead. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And it looks as if they're going to try.
Go ahead and go for it. Go ahead.
The timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. No need to look right or left, just kick it right
I respect my boy.
For the game.
Don't come out here talking crazy.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And that is exactly
The fake, and he wants to throw. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And the ball's on the ground.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside
Yo.
kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball
Oh,
and make sure
no,
they
bro.
get possession.
Oh, no, man. Can't do nothing about that. It's all good.
So the first play of the drive.
GG's, bro.
From the 45. Defense playing a bail technique. Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter.